Hey, what's up, guys? Somebody posted they haven't seen us do shop talk for a while. Just been busy. It's Friday. Kind of show you guys a few things we have going on, and then if you guys have questions, feel free to post up, ask about products, and that good stuff. So we have. I'm going to show you guys how you should pack your engines. We're doing a lot of engine builds this winter, and this is a good example of how to pack your motors. If you guys are going to send us engines, what's up, buddy? This customer, Jordan Ham, so he bought all of his stuff from us a few weeks ago. All kinds of happy Friday, Frank. All kinds of good stuff for a full Dio build. So he got all his stuff from us and decided he didn't want to mess around with building it himself. Got an MHR, some shims, crank, head studs, clutch, and all this stuff. What's up, Mac Daddy? Intake, variator. So this is a full build here, and this is really common of what we do here. We do probably 2 or 3 of these a week. So I'll show you guys how to pack an engine. So he bought super nice cooler. He put that cooler in a box, and then he put, I don't know what this is, but it's good. So show you guys, hey Brent, kind of how you how you want to pack motors, the importance of it. This guy obviously went to town because I told him, I said, hey, listen, we're getting a lot of motors with broken cases and broken tabs and cracked heads and stuff. So this is a lesson. Oh, look, a rug. This is a lesson for people to learn on packing motors, make sure they're tight and solid, because this thing showed up perfect. I mean, we get stuff with just broken top to bottom. This is a really clean, all stock, low mile AF16. I do my best to do this with one arm here. Pull this guy out on the table. But yeah, this is a nice, clean, low mileage AF16. So we did, I think we sold 4 or 5 of these motors. We had some clean stock ones. We sold 4 or 5. In the last few weeks, we got a few in and they all sold. So they're getting kind of hard to come by. A lot of them are pretty wrecked out there. But anyways, this guy did a really good job packing the motor. I'm going to see if I can one hand this thing, get it out of here. Bear with me. All right, there we go. All right, so as you can see, it showed up perfect. Really clean, super clean motor. Too bad we're going to take it all apart and build it. But yeah, really clean, low mileage Honda. I like it when you see the yellow paint from Honda, which is really slick. Typically it's on all these too. So this is a really nice example of engine. See if there's anything else in here. Nope, just a bunch of boxes and stuff. And we'll probably ship his motor back in here. But if you guys are shipping your motors, again, we probably have 3 or 4 we're doing a week. I don't know, a few that we're doing a week here right now. Make sure, extended warranty for Buick LeSabre, dude. I'll hook you up. I'll give you a warranty. Just give me your card number. I'll set you up. So yeah, that's how you pack an engine. I mean, well, there's gotta be something else in there. This thing's heavy. No, maybe not. All right, well, so we're gonna take this thing. Hey, Chris, I'm a YouTube live video.
No.
Where are you going?
It's a live YouTube video.
Chris doesn't care. He doesn't want to be famous. Do you, Chris? No. So yeah, we'll start this thing, start building it. You want to build a motor, Chris?
I'll build a motor.
Chris will build a motor.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll start on this. This just showed up today, and just give you guys the turnaround time. This showed up today, and they'll probably be split and probably put back together and done today. So turnaround's pretty fast. Get your 15 minutes, Chris. Chris doesn't need fame. Neither does Carter. This get done pretty quick. But the way we do it, typically, these are orders that are going out. Paul Lawrence got a set of Zuma wheels underneath here. Oh, that's Zuma Bug-Eye wheels going out. Yeah, so Zuma Bug-Eye wheels going out. And then we've got some Spree stuff in the works here. It's been in the works for a long time. But yeah, so if you guys want to do a motor build, and again, this is getting towards the end of the season, it's going to be really hard to do this stuff now because we're getting really busy. You buy everything, of course, from us, and then it stays here. You ship us the motor, we'll build the whole entire thing and ship it back to you. To do this whole process is like $225 to $350 somewhere in there, because we've gotten really good. It's pretty quick to do these things. Once you do them so many times, they go together pretty fast. But that's a pressure checked, sealed motor as well. So something to consider when you build a motor. You spend $10, $15 on the flywheel puller. You spend $30 on Honda Bond. You spend about $100 in tools to split the cases. A lot of guys don't want to do that. I mean, by all means, if you want to do it, do it. And a lot of guys do. It's a good learning experience. But if you don't want to mess with it and you just want it done, it costs you about $150, $100 to $150 more to have us do the whole thing versus you doing it yourself and paying for the tools. But yeah, really clean motor. We'll send him all of his stock stuff back, of course. We don't keep that. What else? A box of, I've got all kinds of stuff. If anybody wants, that's a really rare Italian Minarelli clear cover. Super, super hard to come by. I don't want it. I had it for a long time. I don't need it. So if anybody wants that, you can post up here. $100 shipped for this guy. I think I paid 200 something for it, but it's plastic, it's clear, and no, this will not fit your Zuma. This will not fit your Bug Eye. This is a Aprilia SR50 liquid cooled Minarelli. So Malagudis and stuff, that'll fit too. Really cool piece. Don't need it. I also have a handmade Honda Dio carbon fiber rear fender as well with the mount. This got to be $150 if you guys want this. I've literally never used it. Had it made and just never spent the time to put it on. So that stuff's in there. Ruckus, let's see, Ruckus Elite Honda guys. We have our billet CNC levers as well, which are really nice. This is for disc brake. Guys that do sprees, the drum set will fit in a spree, an Elite, a Dio, a Ruckus, and then the disc side, we have them in silver too. The disc side will fit in like an NCY Master. But is there anything else you guys want to see or have questions about? Just post up and we'll get you squared away. Carter's making twin throttle cable right now for the 200. Raffle bike got sold, and somebody in Northern California, so this is going to get packed up probably this week. Just take a little video of the motor. Close.
How accurately did you make yours like sync together before? Like, is because you could with your eyeball?
I did. I mean, I used your sync tool, but like this.
Oh no, the sync tool's for like mixture. I mean, as far as making them whole.
I just eyeballed it. Yeah, yeah.
And you just did it by the adjusters, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So this is close, really close. You need to get the cover, put the internals on it. Carter's got the timing dial, then throwing in some rear brake cable for an AF18. That's probably gonna be a scooter part shop thing. Scooter part shop. I don't have really much Dio stuff here because it's just not a big market. David Strom's pre-bug here. And then we have some couple other engines for builds. Super Clean, Elite, CH80, and Spree. What? Yeah, he gets a tire. This is what Chris is going to raffle off, right, Chris? Yeah? Uh-huh. So we may do this for a raffle, guys, if you want. I don't know. This is probably the only one in the United States that's titled, you think? Probably, yeah.
Definitely on the road running.
Yeah, and this is a Piaggio motor, so if you guys want to do an RC1, it'll bolt right in here. So this is a really, really, really rare bike. MHR cylinder, Melosi water pump, MHR crank. Do you have overrange in this too?
No.
Or just no overrange? But yeah, so super cool bike. Yeah, this thing's pretty cool. Chris tried to talk me into putting the twin in it, but I told him no. And then that's that. This guy's going to get a 30 horsepower motor with a knobby in it. And then we have some off-road bikes. Carter's got a Arrow back here. Carter's got his beater Arrow, and then Chris has his Malagudi with knobbies on it as well. I think that's it. Nice Vino, right? Mini truck's waiting on differential. There's no differential there. So we're getting a diff made. Doing some plasma cutting here. Just practicing getting this thing dialed in because it's a bit of a learning curve. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. You guys have any questions about anything? Holler, let us know. Trying to think if there's any more stuff to show you dudes. Yeah, I don't think so. No questions? No questions about anything? The Galera? The Galera is good. It's rideable as is. I'm gonna send. Well, the plasma cutter will do aluminum, copper, stainless, steel. It'll cut anything. CP 24s are on their way. Polini right now is really far behind. So I have the 21s, but the 24s are behind. And remember, the CP 24 uses a different size boot than the 21. It's a special boot. So you got to make sure you have the right intake manifold too. But I'm gonna have this piece done in carbon because I don't like this design on this. I'm gonna have this whole front piece done in carbon without the holes. Not a fan of the holes either. And then I'm gonna have this back section here done in carbon as well. So I have a company in Taiwan that I send the parts to, and it's not gonna be it's gonna be overlaid in carbon, which I'm totally fine with because it's just more for looks. But I want this to be carbon. That way it matches all of this here. And then the front section, because I'm not a fan of all the holes, so that'll all be in carbon as well. So help clean the bike up. Again, I don't like this design here, so that piece will be carbon. Front will be carbon. No, actually, the radiator, there's nothing really up there. I don't really know what the purpose of this is. The radiator actually is, I don't know, I'll figure it out. The radiator is down here. It's pretty cool. The radiator goes from one side to the other. And then there's a fan in here. But what's cool about the factory one, I'm going to use the factory pieces, have them redone in carbon. It actually has vents here, and you can open the vents and get heat that comes out. So the stock one's actually pretty cool. That's why we're going to go with the stock style and just wrap them in carbon. So I'm not going to use these exact pieces. I'm going to use the factory ones. That way I have the factory vents in place. I like the factory fairings the most, but they were really, really wrecked. But yeah, so this thing, I just got to go down on the main jet a little bit. It's a little lean. Go heavier on the rollers, which are coming right now. But overall, I'm super happy with it so far. Electric start, everything works on it. The 200cc is not, we're literally, Carter's timing it right now, and I'm doing some online stuff. And then he's building the double throttle cable. So it's close. Well, I may try to start today if I can weld up a stand. Sounds good. See me even? Somewhat even?
Yeah, I figured out kind of a new technique of doing it.
What's that?
Well, so you go to the highest part, and then you just adjust it to there. So basically, make that little edge flush, and then you can just make it even from there, rather than cause you can't really see anything right there.
Oh, it's funny you see the reeds down in there.
Fatty.
This thing's gonna be so loud when you open those carbs up. We just need a cover and some fuel and some coils. Other guys are around, what was that, 65 wheel horse or something like that? 65, 68 wheel horse, somewhere around there. So, yeah, it should be somewhere around there. Got this custom piece made. Got the ignition dialed in. RD350 intake manifolds. MVS dialed these guys in. Thank you. Cateno or Miyano Cateno designed these cases. They did a really good job. So that's pretty much there. It just I don't know where I'm gonna put this motor yet, so I may just fab up a mount with a radiator and a twist throttle just to start it and heat cycle it and kind of work out. A Metro? Do you have a Metro to put it in? No? Yeah, so I have a Grom. I may put it in. That's what the original plan was. I have the frame. I have the fairings. I have everything for it because you can put your legs over it and straddle it, where this thing on a scooter is just going to be, I don't know, almost unrideable. Is ignition custom? Yes, it's custom because it has two pickups. So, you know, a single obviously would have one. So you have two coils. You have two. Yeah, it's two of everything pretty much. So it's one system, but you have two pickups here, which is pretty common. You see on twin cylinder bikes or like that. But I think that's getting a tune. MVS. No, it's not MVT. It's MVS. This is a PVL system. This is a PVL system, but yeah, MVS was the one who ported these cylinders in these cases. But David Strom's Pre-Bug, This is Aprilia SR50 getting a C1 Melosi engine. J Argo from California brought it up to us. We're doing a full build on this. Powder coated wheels. C170 motor. I think he's getting MVT too, right? Or,
yeah,
Millennium. So he's getting a Millennium ignition for this guy. So the cases land Monday. Not a whole lot going on over here. I got this thing dialed back in. Had to put a different fuel pump in it and get the nasty old gas out. But yeah, this guy's for sale if anybody local wants a bike. And then this dude decided to, what's up, buddy? This guy decided on this bike to, we're going to get him some larger, taller legs because these are really, really low, and a different adapter, and then some different tires on this as well because it's just low. How's it going? I don't have anything yet today. That's a funny package.
Yeah, it is.
It looks like it.
But, yeah.
Carter. Easy.
You're not the first person.
With that package, though?
And then I got this one also.
What is that?
Fresno?
I don't know. Is it signature?
Nope.
Oh. Yeah, we don't have anything yet. We got to go through everything, so.
All right.
Right on.
Right on.
Thank you,
Enjoy
sir.
your day.
Thanks, you too.
You guys open tomorrow, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
thanks.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna do tires. We're gonna get him some tires and taller forks and a gas can so he can go take it home and raise it back up. Just pretty low as is right now. But yeah, remember we have tons of fluid. Yamaha Prebug original seat for sale, like a dual seat or a single. I don't have any OEM. I think I may have a dual seat at home, maybe, I'm not too sure, but they're getting pretty hard to come by. What do I do for business? Carter, somebody asked, what do I do for business?
For business?
Yeah.
I don't even really know what it is.
We actually sell chalupas and tacos.
No, the business is screwing scammers.
Yeah, we actually, our main business here is, talking to scammers. Malibu DF12 is here. Aprilia SR is here. Dragster, not really a ton. What is it that I do here? Well, I'm the owner, and I do all the online stuff. Oh, do you have a scammer?
Hello? You want a live one?
Yeah, live scammer. No. Oh, they hung up. What? How rude. That means they're going to call back.
That's the phishing scam.
Yeah. Yeah, I do all the online stuff back here. And then sometimes I'll drink coffee. I'll play with stickers sometimes, staple some things to the wall. Is Frank watching? Frank, are you here? Put these things up sometimes. Here's my box of just stuff I need to go through that's just laying around. It's just no big deal. Some cylinders and Prebug single seat with no padding on it. There's all kinds of stuff. Oh, actually, I needed this. Paul Lawrence got all this stuff to me. This is just random stuff in all the bins. I need some gears in a 150. We should have all that. Gears are kind of pointless on a 150, to be honest, unless you have a ton of power, because you can do like 70-something with gears. What do you got? Ooh, Frank.
Frank's 90?
This is Al, right?
Yep.
Al is a rock star and does a lot of good work for us. So Frank, this is your head. Just had cut. Man, that's tight. That gasket's not gonna be very big. Do you see how much ceiling surface this has? All right, Frank, your head's here, buddy. Trying to get to 110 miles an hour on a GY6. Best of luck. It's probably not going to happen, to be honest, unless you spend a ton of money. And yeah, so you can do it, but for instance, this here makes 30-ish wheel horsepower, and probably do 100, maybe. What, you can take all that if you want. You want a blanket?
No, it's fine.
You cold?
No.
No, Chris isn't cold. Chris's blood runs cold. Does it come with a seat bracket? Let me see. You're talking about the single seat back here in my stash pile? Woo! Look at that seat bracket. There's a motor up there. This just motor parts and things everywhere. This is my office, but it's just packed full of scooter parts, as you can see. Scooter parts. water. I need some water. You guys are getting me. Oh, a customer sent me this. If you're watching, thank you very much. Very thoughtful. Some water. Let's see. All right. You guys done? You have more questions about anything? Shop's kind of a wreck, but we go hard over here. Anybody? I'm gonna shut it down. We don't have any more questions. I can't seem to get the speedo to match the RPMs. I'm not quite sure I follow. Let me see. I'll go back over your question. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna get to 110 miles an hour on a GY6. I don't know if anybody's ever done it, to be honest. I would imagine probably, but you're probably gonna spend. I don't know. I'm not sure because I know the big CC GY6s are pretty much ticking time bombs. Smaller CC seems to be more reliable. Super Sunday is a big event in Las Vegas. And I think there's, we have some videos on YouTube on it, but there's like 100, or no, I'm sorry, there's 300 or 400 people there every year. And it's a big long ride and a couple shops put on parties. So it's a really good one. It's the biggest one. That one and then Tennessee are the two biggest in the United States. But yeah, it's really, really good. Tools, we got these guys in. These clamp off coolant. I use these all the time. Coolant or gas if you're working on a carb. Those are really nice to have. Flywheel pullers, gasket scrapers. It's in LA, buddy. It's in Los Angeles. So Honda Bond, piston pin pushers, Melosi Cast 70, Yasuni R, 17.5. That you'd have to email me on that one because it takes time to go back and forth, of course. And then just make sure to send your number, Nick, your order number in there for questions. Favorite carb to install on a two-stroke Vino? Car, do you run a Delorto on your Vino, right? Yeah. Delorto's really good on these bikes with the stock airbox. And you can keep your injections, totally up to you. I just premix myself, but again, totally up to you whether you want to. But 17.5 is really good on a Vino. What's the question about the QMB motor? The mini truck is getting a 12-bolt GM differential from a half-ton pickup. It's getting shortened. It's getting billet axles, and the axles are going to be drilled 4x100 to match original wheels. And it's getting rear disc brake. It's getting I forget the name of it, but it's getting posi. It's getting 309 gears in it. I think that's it. All rebuilt and everything. So it's going to be shortened. We have to move the spring purchase in. We have a lot of work to do, but that's what's going on with it. It's probably going to be 2 or 3 weeks out. What's up, Brandon? How's it going, man? How much for the bracket? I don't want to sell just the bracket on the seat because then it kind of doesn't make the seat that valuable. Yamaha probably has a bracket, I would think, maybe. But yeah, I'm gonna try to post a bunch of stuff today and get rid of it because I have piles of scooter parts everywhere and I'm sick of looking at them. But are there any specific engine builds you guys want to see or videos you guys want to see? I know we've done quite a bit on this bike, engine builds on this guy. I've done a few on this. Turbo two-stroker. We could do that, but I have much more fun with these. You probably spend, I don't know, guys do it. I've never tried it. It does sound like fun actually though. But yeah, we turboed a GY6 and there was a topic about it. EFI, the problem with EFI is there aren't really any good EFI kits. There's the Ecotrons or whatever, but they're kind of a bummer. Get motor builds. We have done a few. We just haven't really documented it a lot. But it is something we have talked about in here because they're good motors and there's quite a bit here in Portland. Let's see. Minna Head Dyno Challenge. Actually, you guys just brought that up. We don't have a Vino 125 is a really, really good motor. Really, really good motor. The guy that mentioned the dyno, we had a dyno. If you guys didn't know, we had a dyno that was rated for a certain amount. Bought it from DynoJet, brand new. It was a scooter dyno, and all our numbers up around 25 and higher were skewed. They were wrong. So went back and forth with DynoJet. And basically, OKO carbs, they're no bueno. You're going to fight tuning them and stuff. So Polini's, Keyens are really good. Stage 6 carbs are not really good either. So we're Polini fans. But but yeah, OKO carbs. The problem is I think the genuine Taiwan ones are okay, but there's a lot of Chinese copies that look the same. So why spend 70, 80 bucks on a genuine Taiwan OKO when you can spend about 110 on a Polini? Honda stem bearings, let me see. A lot of times Honda stuff goes on back order for a lot, or it goes on back order all the time. See, we have races. Yeah, I don't see any bearings. Bearings may be on back order for the Honda. We don't really sell a ton of them, but Honda's always in and out when it comes to that stuff. But anyways, on the dyno, it was actually false advertising, so we had to sue DynoJet. And they said, nope, we're not giving you your money back. And I said, well, we're going to sue you. So we sued them. And they had to buy my dyno back and pay for the labor and pay for the crating and all that good stuff. So we're getting another DynoJet, but it's going to be larger for 150 horse. It's down in LA. Good buddies, Frank Chavez is down there looking at it right now. Checked it out. So I'm going to pay. And then we'll have the dyno probably here in 2 weeks. Rebuild kits for PWK. Yeah, we've had those in for quite a good amount of time. We have floats. We have, yeah, it's nuts. It's stupid. I'm like, you guys could just, I will buy your bigger machine if you take this back. They said no. So they ended up costing them a bunch more money. But we've got drain plugs here. We've got the caps for PWKs. We have chokes. We have float bowl gaskets. So yeah, all the Polini PWKs, we have a pretty good amount. We have your air idle screws, pilots, and all that good stuff. We don't have emulsion tubes, but do you have scooter races in USA? Not really, because most people here don't build race bikes, to be honest. I had a drag bike here, a drag chassis. We took to Barber and won, but there's nobody here really doing it, unfortunately. SR50 with the Marini be worth messing with? Not really. If it's stock and you want to have fun with it, they're really good bikes, but there's not a whole lot of parts of the Marini. So if you get it, don't plan on going crazy with it. Just keep it really simple. You know, you do big bore pipe, variator. I had a Marini and really enjoyed it, but yeah, they're not super wonderful. What? Yeah, you like them? Were you gonna steal them? He was gonna steal my cutters.
You can do
Belly cowell. I'm not sure what a belly cowell is. How do people look at scooters like the Galera? They're not here, and they're not here in the United States. Marini is not a Minarelli. You know, Marini is not anything like a Minarelli. It's just like a, I don't even know. It's a totally different motor. But the Galeras didn't come in the USA. The Galeras never came here. So I think I've seen one or two. So yeah, sure thing, buddy. I think I've seen one or two Galeras here, and I bought one and it was wrecked. That Galera needed a ton of work. But yeah, we've had some really clean bikes come in lately. There's a really clean Aero 150 that came in here too. But Portland has a lot of nice bikes. The twin is 35 Air Strikers. So this guy has 35 Air Strikers. The other twin is 28 Polini PWKs. And then I have the Malossi cover here, gears. I have the Too Fast pulley, which some people say is not that great. We're gonna give it a shot. This is kind of just tentative, just to get the bike running and just to get the motor running and test it out a little bit. And just, obviously I know this is probably not gonna work, but we're gonna at least get it going and try to heat cycle it. So it's the Malossi Multivar. Also, you guys running Piaggios, this is the, I forget what they call it, but it's this drive face. Malossi has a specific name for it. It's like a Ventilar or something like that. But if you guys run in Piaggios, if you run our black case on the side, yeah, Pyarels were cracking. So the Veneno clutch, or however you pronounce it, they explode. They've failed. So I won't run one of those. They have all fallen apart. They don't run good. A lot of guys have had problems with them. So right now I'm just putting this in here just so I can test it out. Yeah, I do too. I'm getting the Galera close, but the weather's been crummy lately. So I may do the 112. You're right. I did the 112 in my other twin, but they stopped making it, and the only 112 I could find was on eBay, and it was like 3 months to get it shipped out. And it was a Coso because Stage 6 quit making it. Same thing. But yeah, so we're close with this. I'm gonna probably build the cover today and get it all together. We want to build a motor stand because obviously it won't bolt into a regular regular motor or regular frame, it's different. So I'm probably going to fab up a stand just to get it started and just to heat cycle it and make sure everything sounds good and sync the carbs. And then after that, I don't know. I'm going to put it in yet. Chris wants me to put it in a Honda Metropolitan. That's getting something else. This is all Hayabusa parts over here. Under the table, under my welding table, I have a Grom frame set up. I was going to do it. It'd be pretty easy to mount it, but again, I'm on the fence. The nice thing, everybody says, oh, put it in a tiny little bike, put the twin in the Spree or whatever. Those people have not ridden them at high speeds, and it's really sketchy. So, going to cut this into pieces today and use it for mock-up. But yeah, I don't know. It may go on the Grom. I haven't decided yet, but Carter got the throttle cable all dialed, so now we just got to put fuel in it. Had to have this piece custom made here. It is a lot like a Street Magic. That's what gave me the idea. I had to drill some holes to get the pipes mounted up, but this is a Piaggio Typhoon hub that we machined down to mount the wheel to, because they don't make a drum hub for this guy. How much money on this twin? Boy, probably $7,000 or something like that. But you have to remember, you've got 2 cranks, 2 cylinders, 2 carbs, 2 intakes, 2 of everything, basically twice the ignition. So you're building 2 complete race motors, and then the billet center section and coils and all that stuff too. So it's definitely not cheap. I'd say probably 7,000 or something like that for the whole thing. It's quite a bit of work to put it together. It's a lot more work than it seems to put it together. It's several steps to get the center put together, and then each side, and pressure test it. So sealed up nice and good. Pretty happy with it. So may start that guy up today. We'll see. So yeah, Vino. Guys, Vino, we just did a build on here, local. Got a bore kit. And how much am I willing to sell the thing, dialed and running? I'm not. To be honest, I don't. This is a Miata Cateno. I don't have any interest in selling it, nor would anybody probably pay me what I have into it and the time. So don't really have any interest in selling that guy or the twin, because again, I mean, I probably have 10 grand into the Zoom 125 and 7 grand into that motor, so nobody would give me what it's worth. And yeah, so probably don't have any interest in selling it, but this is customers' build. Most of you guys have probably seen this truck as well too. I am ordering a Power Commander with quick shift and launch control, which will be awesome. So diff is out right now. Yes, you see the radiators mounted up there, but I'll probably put on some track bars here as well. So since I'm down here, the plan for this, we're going to turbocharge it next winter. So I want everything to be built up to that point. I want to take the headers, roll them under the frame, come up, and do... What is going on? Do a turbo flange, rotated just like this a little bit. So turbo's sitting in the compressor housings like this. So have it angled out a little bit and have all the stainless pipes rolled up, sitting here, and then come out and just do a dump out the side. So everything's just right here. Everything's just right here on the side of the truck. PGO Hot 50. No, I don't think we ever got Hot 50s here. Actually, I know we didn't, but yeah, so that's what we're gonna do with the twin, with this bike. What we're gonna do with this truck. Bring the turbo out here and mount it here, and they make about 300, 400-ish horsepower. So, Chris, you excited to drive it when it's turbocharged? So we do the launch control and the turbo setup. Be able just to hold it at a certain RPM and just shoot flames out spool it up with flames shooting out the side. Yeah, Chris is very excited about it. And we wanted to keep the OEM unsafe seats with the OEM, everything on the inside is all original, which is pretty cool. I mean, we're going to die anyway we slice it. If you go too fast in this thing, you're just going to shoot right through the windshield like a rocket. But anyways, who's that? Who's he talking to?
Parker's Hideout.
Oh, she's loud. She's yelling. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get back to putting all this stuff in the inventory. If you guys don't have any more questions. Stream. Let's see here. No? Nobody? No more? Chris is packing a motor here. Oh, is this one that just? What is this?
That's what we're sitting in.
Oh,
Yeah. What's his nuts? Lot it.
okay.
Yeah. Just fill in some more shit and be done.
Were you an engineer? No. No, I'm a union electrician actually. Commercial union electrician. Did it for about 15 years, and then I don't know. I may. We'll see. I may do the first start, but I'm a yeah, a union electrician. Did it for about 13 years, and then quit to do this somehow. I don't know how it happened, but I'm here. So, got to make sure you don't get the coronavirus. Here, we have it in Oregon, so everybody's freaking out. All right, well, we're gonna go pack some things because people want their things. Start on this motor. I'll end it by saying, if you guys want to have motor builds done, you got to do it now because we're starting to pick up here and we're starting to get busy, and we're not gonna have time to do the builds in the winter. If you guys need tech support and help, whatever, on your bikes, then you got your stuff from us. Remember, when you call, give us your order number so we can look it up and have it all in front of us. We're getting a lot of calls from people that say they bought from us, and then the parts that they tell us they have aren't even from our store. So shop you buy from, make sure you give them a call for support and help, because it's a good amount of work. So, all right, I'm gonna go. If you guys don't see any other fancy things, we have a bunch of TFC bells and Gangster Drive faces, billet covers for Dios if you guys want. But yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna go back to putting packages together and doing that stuff. So you guys have a happy Friday. Ride safe and enjoy.